Can't remember where the stream, but there we go. All right. I don't know how this is going to work because it says I'm streaming up there. All right, I'm going to go kill this feed right here. I think there's a new live feed up right now. It's titled Roofer Vlog / Market Watch. Switch over to there and I'll see you in just a minute here. I appreciate you watching. Give it a thumbs up here real quick and then I'll see you on the next one here. Let's see, camera. Scott, can you hear me? I don't have my video up yet. Not sure why it's not coming up, but if you can hear me. Until it warms up to 7. There we go. Which camera am I on? I'm on the laptop camera. Let me see if I can flip over to the USB cam. All right, we'll just keep it on the laptop camera. All right, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Audio good? There we go. All my chat is still up here. Let's get some little pattern here going real quick. So I'm on the 5-minute chart, Matic network here, Polygon Matic. I've had some really good trades lately on this. I'm just going to get something scoped out here real quick. I was woke up early this morning, so it'd have been like, well, that's midnight right down here at 2. Yeah, I woke up at like 1 a.m. and I saw this maybe coming into a double bottom for possible small reversal, but I woke up too late, saw this little consolidation here. I wasn't quite sure if it was going to start setting up some sort of shoulder head pattern here, but I had to get started with my day, my daughter. So once I get this kind of looked at real quick, look at Bitcoin, I will start the other computer, get some work going, and then just keep an eye on the chat stuff here real quick. Scott, so a couple things at least with this. When I was investing, when I started, like, I mean, I've had some different investments over the years, real estate, things like that. But when I was looking into the traditional stock markets, there's so much like you got to learn and be cautious of landing times, like the T1 or T2 times, wash rules, your day trading, how many trades can you make in a period of time? Just a lot of stuff I don't like messing with. And crypto didn't have near that. Plus, you don't have to worry about getting into a trade Friday, not getting out of it, and then it opens up Monday and it's a disaster for you. So crypto is just, God, I love crypto. It's like crypto to me is like the dot-com era, the internet. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, so I was around for the computers, and when I could count like 10 to 50 websites. That's all there was in existence. Now I don't even know what there would be. And of course, I was young and dumb, and I missed all that opportunity. I missed the dot-com. I missed the big app bubble. And crypto is, if you look at the Sigma curve, we're probably 7 to 10%. We haven't even hit that 14% inflection, and it's being adopted big time. Oh, by the way, not financial advice here. I feel like I got to say that because everybody else does. Yeah, so borrowing from your crypto to avoid taxes, if you have a decent sizable holding and you want to borrow from it, you can write off your interest, which is good, and you never trigger a capital event, which can be great. I wanted to do a video on how you can pay for your roof without ever having to pay for your roof. If you would have got into crypto at the right time in 2017 or even just last year, 2020, 2021, when I did, I've turned it into over a six-figure account. It's grown amazingly. Call it luck, call it perfect timing, whatever. If you're not out there learning and studying and getting into it, you can call it whatever you want. You're going to miss the opportunity. But if you were to invested so much money instead of paying for a roof and put it into a crypto asset and watch that mature, you can build it up enough and then take a loan on that, write off your interest, pay for your roof. Your underlying asset's still going up. They even have these self-paying loans. It's just mind-blowing the opportunities out there in DeFi, what you can do. Yes, educational purposes only. Thank you for that. All right, I'm going to try to get a little work done here too. If you guys got questions, I will keep an eye on it. Just drop a question and I will glance over at them. I do need to try to get some of my estimates and sketches done here. Got one to do in Anderson. Oh, if you're watching, you found me from YouTube. Let me pull up your name here. Just give you a shout out. I'm not even a big fan of. I haven't really ever gone to Anderson for work. Jacob, if you're watching, hey, you're one of the estimates I'm going to try to get to today. So let's look at some little stuff here. So there's crypto guys. I'm just going to throw out a few names. If you're interested in it, Crypto Jebb, he's one I definitely recommend. Altcoin Daily, Aaron and Austin brothers, they bring a lot of crypto news to you, so you don't even need to just be into all this all throughout the day and learn. Every night they drop a video every day. You can just see what they say. They find and scour all the news and bring it to you in a nice short video format, so you can keep up to crypto news, what's going on, whether it's regulatory or just fudge, whatever. So that's good content. BitBoy Crypto, he was good getting going, but I'm kind of a little less on his channel right now. There's a handful of other ones, but it depends on if you want to invest long-term, speculative, if you're going to swing trade, day trade, scalp. Honestly, that's what I'm getting into. Yeah, what I'll try to do is if you guys want, I'll try to edit them into the description later. I mean, they're pretty big YouTubers, so if you just search Crypto Jebb, he's going to pop up. Um, Crypto Capital Venture, he's one I follow, support him. I actually invest and stake a lot of my Cardano with him. It's 4.5%, 5.5% interest on that, so that's keeping up with inflation. I started buying that at 14 cents, 30 cents. It peaked up in September to $3.15. It did come crashing down. There's a lot of news that came out, just brought it down. You ever heard of the buy the rumor, sell the news? That was a big reason why they come crashing down. But I'm earning interest on all that. It's a long-term investment for me. I try to stick with the top 10, the big ones. Then I also use Celsius to do some DeFi with. There's some other ones coming up on the Cardano network. Oh, I'm really bummed I missed this opportunity right here. So here's a trade I took yesterday. I went to visit my dad a little bit, and I was watching these patterns. So I am new to this, guys, so please do your own research. But studying and how this works, because they're just patterns in human psychology, and there's a lot to learn. When you have a pattern like this, and it broke out, this is an impulsive move, then you want to find where it starts going into a pattern. So you see this little pennant here. Once you get this first ping up and this ping down, and then that ping here, now you can set your pivot point. Same here. Typically in the direction it entered, which was up, if you break it, it should break up. So I just did this live with my dad just to show him what I was doing, and it was a small position. I entered really late right here. I should have entered right down here, but I had a phone call come in and roofing call. By the time I got it, I was like, damn it. You know what? It's probably bad, but let's just do it. So I did it with my dad watching. It was kind of fun. Had a good time hanging out with him. So my trade started here, and it took profit at the top of this line right here, so it's actually moved a little bit. It was a 4 cent profit per coin. After my fees and everything, I think I made, let me measure that out here real quick. This is why I'm like, why do I want a roof? From right there, and it took profit right there. So an hour and 15 minutes was what my trade was. That, like I said, that slid a little bit. It was actually 4 cents. So after my trading fees for the buy and the sell, I ended up walking away with, I think it was like $242. The trade before that, I made $1,322. The trade before that was $377, and they're adding up. You can do it as many times as you want until the regulators really step in. If you want to try to write them down, yeah, Crypto Jebb, Dan with Crypto Capital Venture, um, Altcoin Daily. They're a good one for the news. I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. I've got a few other ones that I like. Yes, Crypto Jebb, he's one. He'll do a lot of technical analysis. Actually, I bought Crypto Jebb's course, CT2A, and I mean, I was learning on my own, using common sense with it, and it was taking a lot of effort trying to learn trading view and technical analysis and just various different things. And I paid $399 for his course. I learned so much and just a handful of his videos. I think they're like 15-hour total. I got through that and was like, wow, I wish I would have done this a long time ago. And then since I completed his course just like a week or two ago, that's when I've made four or five successful trades. I'm gonna have bad days, I'm sure. It's not all gonna be perfect, but definitely made it worthwhile. All right, I don't want to all be crypto, so you guys can ask what you want. Yes, Altcoin Daily is the other ones. They're two brothers, Austin and Aaron, I think is their names. Then you have a bunch of other various things, channels out there. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. So anyway, that was the last trade I took right there. It was fun, and then kind of watching, get some market structure here. I'm like, no, this looks bad. It's crossed below the moving averages. A 331 area code decline. Never fails. Every video I do. Audio feedback in the mic. Let me see here real quick. Hello, hello. Nope. Is that any better? There was one. The auxiliary mic. I don't know where it's coming in from, but see if there's any more. I didn't see that. Thank you. Give me a quick shout. Does that sound any better, Brandon? All right. Thanks for the heads up there. I was going to use this, but we'll just stick with that. If you are new chiming in here, I'll just say this throughout. This is just a vlog style market watch for me. If you guys got questions, I'll do my best to monitor and answer. I am going to try to somewhat stay busy on this computer over here. You know what? Maybe I could probably do my work on the same computer, but up here. So I think you can only see this one down here. Yeah. Whoa. So one other real quick tip here I'll give you guys if you're new into trading. You don't want to just look at one time frame. Whatever time frame you're trading, like I like trading on the 5-minute chart right here. Once you find some patterns and you know what you're looking for, you also, on my other screen up here, so I have multiple screens, I'm watching this one. And I still have Matic on each one of these, but the time frame is 5-minute. This one's changed. 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, various different technical indicators up here. But you want to see, like on the 5, we're below the moving averages. On the 15, we're kind of below. On the 30-minute, we're below. Some of these colors are backwards. I don't know why. Computer screen's a lot smaller down here. That's why these are different moving averages. Shut off Lux Algo. Put in this indicator here I like 4MA. But the colors are different. Anyway, so I'm watching these two to see the trend is your friend. You don't want to trade against the trend. It's pretty risky, pretty dangerous. Wow, look at that nice little spike coming up here. If you are interested into it, just start getting into it, studying and learning it. There's a lot to learn. None of these indicators are foolproof. You got to use some of your knowledge and use your intuition with them. On a flat riff and postponed. Huh. I guess I'm not sure. The only thing that comes to mind and something like that is the Brady Bunch family's house, but there's a drain locator on the top. Like the modified torch down stuff, we don't see much of that here. If it's a flat roof and you have drains and things, what I would recommend is using either like a TPO or EPDM. It's kind of hard to tell without really seeing what you're talking about. LHS, is it something of yours? If you got any photos of it, go ahead and email me one real quick. The email's in the description. I'll check it out real fast. I'll have to let my dogs out here in a minute real quick. All right. Let me get another window open here so I can work. Nah, better not do that. I got to figure this live thing out here. You'll be out there next week. There's a couple emails in the about page on the channel. Go ahead and send it there. I don't check them regularly. Sometimes I'll be in the groove and check every few days, and then sometimes a week or two will go by and I forget to check it. Actually, I owe an apology to Mama, Mimi, whatever your username is. Sent me an email. I apologize. A little bay window on the back of the flash. I need to get back with you on that. Scott, what do you do on days like this? You said you're not working unless it hits 7 degrees. You just watching TV, or well, I guess you're watching me here. I'm getting warned that the audio bit rate is 0. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear in the audio? Audio's good. All right, thank you. I'm definitely not used to trying to watch these and read chats and try to work, so this might be a bit much. Thank you, I appreciate it. Uh, yeah, maybe what I might do, a little different format. I thought about taking pictures throughout my days and just going over different things. Because every now and then, I mean, every job I go to, I always have my camera and I'm taking pictures of things and uploading it to my software so I can always go back reference if needed. So there's quite a lot of photos I could go over. I don't always have the camera going 24/7. GoPro's having issues here lately, not recording audio. It's a total waste of time. Batteries are always dead. Can't find the spare batteries, just things like that. So the photos are another good thing. I could always put like a little slide and just talk about things, how they're done and why they shouldn't be done a certain way or done differently. If that sounds like that might be something valuable you guys want to see, let me know. Anyone in here currently into crypto? What do you guys like watching, getting into, buying, trading? I think my internet is messed up a little bit here. Let's try to get the like rate up on this channel or this video a little bit better. On the cell phone one I did just a little bit ago, it was pretty good. Give it a quick thumbs up if you could. Yeah, there's some people I'll see go live and I'll chime in and watch. I mean, of course their channels are probably bigger and they have way more people engaging and asking questions, but if you guys got questions, let me know what you want to see. I mean, I don't want to feel like you're getting bored just looking at the screen here. What if I make me a little bit bigger? Does that make it better? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go let the dogs out here real quick. Be right back. Be right back. I gotta go let these, well, this one and the other one out real quick. Be right back. Don't even think about it. Trixie. Come here. Is anyone out there watching want this pretty little doggy right here? You can come pick her up today. She's a pain. I'm not seeing anything really looking too good in here right now. Again, I'm pretty new at the whole technical analysis. Something else to learn right off the get-go. It's better to be out of a trade wishing you were in it than in a trade wishing you were out of it. There's nothing worse when you get into a trade and it doesn't go the way you think and you start dipping into the red and your profit and loss is red and it's just dropping by the hundreds real quick. It's never a good feeling. So better to learn, back test, and just study it. Enter some small trades, get your feet wet and get learning. But I'm just not seeing anything. I mean, this trade right here looked pretty good. I'm just not seeing anything good here. Not yet anyway. Let's see what Cardano. This is one of my big holdings here. Yeah, I was feeling real high back here. Boom. Look at that. $3.15 or so is what Binance was showing on September 21st. That was a good day. I started buying it back in December. Right down here. Wow. And then, of course, my larger purchases didn't start happening until up into this area here. Then I had some really good run-ups and run-downs, and the market's going to turn around a little bit. We're getting out of the holidays and winter and all that stuff. Oh, I'm not liking this. Come on. Bitcoin, let's see what the leader of it all is doing. What's SELO? Is that not Celsius, Selena? I think that's the one I got down here. I don't know the ticker to it. Yeah, USD right here. This one here. Is it SELO? Where'd it go? SELO? And Jebb? No, I thought Selena was like, what is this one? No, that's Celsius, right? Are you talking about Celsius, Gary? Selena, what was the ticker for Selena? Cody's another one that's on Cardano I've got into. Pretty small position. Boy, Shib's taking a shit. Come on. Harmony's one I traded a lot back and forth. This one I've been really big into Matic. I guess somebody asked why am I so big into Matic? Well, one, I like the fact that the fees are low. Scalability solution for Ethereum. Ethereum's big. Everything's on Ethereum right now. The other backup thing is Celsius. Celsius, you can lend out your Matic at like when I started it was 11%. I think it's like 9.1% right now. So even if I feel like a trade's going south, I mean, I've bought some at $1 and rode it up pretty high. Just lending it out, earning interest on it every week. Ethereum, kind of everything is just beat down. Some of the things that kind of worrying. Let's go into 6 hour. You might be able to see a little better in the 6 hour. Yeah, so a lot of the technical analysis guys, they're pointing out the fact that you got this potential head and shoulder coming in right here. If we don't spring back up right here, I mean, we could been for a pretty rough time. Yes, definitely use stops and limit your losses. There's a few times where I was in a trade and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get stopped out. And I didn't want to. It was actually just somewhat fairly recent. I was like, you know what, cancel the stop. And it would have stopped me out. And just a little while later, it did come back. So, it's one of those things. I believed it was going to come back. If it didn't, it's not money I need right now. So if you can write it out, that's really the best thing. Everything I'm invested in my crypto stuff and my stocks, it's money I don't need. It's money I've never seen. So yes, very important point, Mike. But yeah, I'm not liking this. For some reason, when Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. Well, not some reason. It's kind of. Oh, Benjamin Conan. He's another one. Scott, if you're still listening, Benjamin Cohen, I think. He's a big technical analysis guy looking at charts. He's really smart, knows what he's doing. Been watching him for a while too. Yeah, let's check the fear and greed here real quick. I usually check this every day. 18. Man, it's still down there. It was 15, I think, just the other day I checked it. I mean, right down here, that is the point where you need to know people are panicking. Like Warren Buffett says, when people are fearful, be greedy, and when people are greedy, be fearful. Let's go back to what I'm talking about right here on Matic. Just recently, I mean, 2 weeks ago, jump on the day chart so I can find this a little easier. Look at this right here. December 21st. We were pushing up in these days right here. $3. I mean, they closed at 288 or so. That's when you're like, oh my God, is it going to go up? It's going to go up. It's going to go up. Take profit. If you're in profit, it never hurts to take profit. This whole mindset of invest long term, I'm changing the way I think about that. My Cardano position, just my Cardano position, was hitting the $100,000 mark. And what I had invested was minor. And everybody's like, no, you got to push it out. Get long term capital gains, long term, long term. In my tax bracket from where I am to if I would have sold in September, hindsight's 2020, I know. If I would have sold, I mean, if you look at this, let's go back to Cardano day chart, September 21st. Look at this. You got 30,000 Cardano. Yeah, that was nice in one of my wallets. If you look, the 20 EMA, you're so high above everything else down here. And what happens? But if you back test, or if you just look back here, what happened in the last couple run ups? We come running up and it trades sideways. You're pulling up the 50 and the 100. We ultimately pegged into the 200. And then another big shoot up here. I didn't know this back then. I would have sold from my current tax bracket, short term capital gains, I would have paid an additional 7%. Whoopee. Like BitBoy Crypto, one thing I do like about what he says, you don't have to time the tops and the bottoms perfectly. If you just get close. And it sucks if I would have sold knowing like, oh, you see all these springs, it's going to go higher. No, what's going to happen is it's going to continue to probably come down. And then some market event things happened and just, oh my God, this is hurting down here. I'm still in the green, but it just sucks to know you've lost so much. Not liking this. But again, it's money I don't need. Even if we go into a multi-year bear market, I'm still earning 5% interest roughly. So no big deal. It's money I don't need. But when it starts to spike back up, I'll be sitting pretty. It'll feel good. And knowing what I know now, I'll probably take profit. But then just hold it, move it into something else. Or borrow against it. Yeah, it's just hard when you see this coming down so much. Dollar cost average, buy the dip. It gets to a point where you're like, oh, really? Come on. That's what Ben Cohen was talking about yesterday on his video. It gets tiring buying the dips down here. Hey, Trixie, come here. Come here. Stop. Just getting into crypto, Corey. Nice. What platform are you using? I started asking last summer when I was out and about, just come across random people. If we get in any kind of conversation, I'm like, hey, random question. Do you know what crypto is? Have you ever bought it? Never heard of that one. What is that a platform or like what exchange do you use? Gate.io, is that like a decentralized exchange? Never heard of Gate.io. Never heard of it. Is it where you can link your personal bank account to, or is it like KuCoin where you actually have to send um, USDT or some stable coin over to it or something? The ones I primarily use are Binance is my regular day trading, and then KuCoin a little bit, lending DeFi on BlockFi and Celsius. Those are the primary ones. I started with Coinbase, and it's pretty simple, but the fees are outrageous. And then for my traditional markets, I use Webull. I guess I'm gonna check some stuff here real quick. I don't want to just get into a trade to get into a trade. I want to be smart with it. Hold up 1 hour here. I mean, just look at the. That's 1 hour. Look at the day. Yeah, I still think we're gonna come down a little bit. And it's kind of weird that everything, all the assets, are showing the setup of a head and shoulder pattern here. So if that's the case, in the next few days, I really think that we could be testing this range here, setting up the neckline here, which is going to be brutal, down to $1.80. I've never used Coinbase Pro. I think there's fees on that, monthly fees maybe, but more coins. They're just expensive. God, I'll be right back. Dogs are getting into stuff. Come here. You have the remote control in your mouth. Come here. Come here. Come here. She's up for adoption. You want her? Her name's Trixie. She's really good, friendly with kids, loves to lick and chew on toys. Appreciate it, Corey. Thanks to you too. How long you been into crypto? You say you just starting, like here recently, this year, last year? Here. to not get anything done. Yeah. It's kind of fun if you're to just kind of plan out what you think is going to happen. You don't even have to have money in it. There was a handful of calls over the past few days I was trying to look at here, like glancing constantly. Oh, and the other thing, TradingView. TradingView is awesome. You don't even have to watch the charts all the time. You can simply set a trend line or an array or whatever. You can click on it, right click, and set alert. Oh my God. It will push notification to your phone. It'll pop up on your computer screen. You can change how it is reacting. So you can say, hey, if it hits this point, notify me. You don't need to watch the charts. It's amazing. But I was watching like typically, I don't know, it was probably 4 or 5 days ago. I was telling a small group thread of my family, like, hey, it's just kind of moving sideways, and I had some good trades in it. But zoomed out a little bit further, because the larger the time frame, the more weight it holds, and I'm like, it's definitely not looking good. It's looking pretty bearish. So I didn't trade, and then of course we just fell off the cliff here the other day. But each one of these were trades I was watching, predicting out. A couple of them I made. If it impulsive move down into this, kind of consolidates over, makes a little pennant form here. Typically, not always, it breaks in the direction it entered it, and it did. So another impulsive move starts doing this. The high point here is lower than the other points over this direction. This one actually kind of reversed just a little bit, broke up, kind of came up and over, entered another one, boom, broke down. I was watching this, I was like, I think it's gonna go down, and God, that was a brutal day. Look at that, way down. And it went clear the hell down to here. Right back up into it. I wasn't sure what was going on here, but I figured it's going to continue. And it did. Yeah. This would have been a nice, clear trade I was watching, just didn't have time to get into it. See it. Double bottom, I would have entered in the closed candle there. Probably would have wrote it up. I don't know if I would have seen someone here. You can't ever be like, oh, I would have timed it perfect. But let's just say if you started seeing it come down here. And that's a 6 cent move easy right there. Doesn't sound like much, but that would have been over $1,000. Leave it alone. Just looking at this here, I mean, we came down, coming up, got a nice line of support through some of this stuff here. Where we're at now, we're starting to hit some resistance in this area. Let's see what's back further. Yeah, I don't know. I said I don't want to get into a trade just to get into a trade. You guys don't like this kind of content, I can tell. The viewer count's just dropping off. I'm sorry. Let's see what the temperature is. I don't think it's warming up any. What's it not showing right now? Today's high is 17. It's not there yet. Scott, you're not still on here, are you? I wish it tells me who's watching. You said 7 and you're gonna get started, and don't your windows freeze up when you're cleaning windows in 7 degrees? So it's gonna be quite a bit warmer up to freezing tomorrow. All right, I'm losing viewers bad. I'm gonna probably shut this down here in a minute. Try to get a little bit of work done. Maybe get into a trade after lunch or right around lunch. We'll see what this does here. Unless a handful of people start chiming in here. So just looking at this doesn't look good to me right now. We're below the 20 and it's below the 50 and the 100 and the 200. I mean, to me, they're starting to expand. It's the trend's going to continue down. The MACD is just kind of flirting with going bearish. It's below zero, so that's bearish. Histogram's going red. RSI is below the zero line. I don't see any really good pattern formed yet. I mean, long term, probably not bad. Good entry point long term, but I don't want to sit out long term. Appreciate it, Brandon. Where are you watching from? What kind of roof you got? Is it something you're planning on doing yourself or having people do, contracting someone to do? Pictures and commentary. I only use this computer here set up for mainly streaming, which is not very often, going live on YouTube, and then for my trading, a little bit of work estimates. I don't really put any pictures or video content on this computer. It's all on my work one, so I can't really show you anything simple on this one. Is it currently a 3 tab or a dimensional shingle? It's kind of nice if YouTube allows the people leaving comments. Oh, I didn't see that one up there. Here in Indiana? I have to Google where that's at. I've not heard of it. Asphalt rows of defective GAF shingles. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I have GAF roof on my house. My former employer was like, "Oh, it's the best shingle ever. Limited lifetime warranty. You'll never have to replace it." It's like, okay, cool. Everything was good. 2 years go by, 3 years go by, and I've got all these like lines of discoloration. I have a sales rep come out. And he's like, "You got the best insurance policy or the best limited lifetime warranty. Just let him go. You kick it down the road. You got 49 years to file a claim." I'm thinking that just does not sound very good. Are they going to honor this? Or are they wanting to just push it out, file bankruptcy, change names, whatever? So long story short, they're just like encouraging you to push it down the road because I don't think they have any desire to cover it. I'm sure they cover a few here and there, but probably not what they really need to. Um, they're just a big marketing company. I'm gonna Google where that is real quick here. Give me a second. Maps. Oh, you're kind of west of Knox. It's not too far away. Hour and 36 minutes away. Oh yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of GAF. I mean, I like their shingles when I was installing them for my former employer, but when they don't really take any action against their issues, like Tamco, Tamco's the worst about that. Oh my God, I hate Tamco. Tamco had so many issues with their seal strips, the cellophane wrappers too small, adhesion or the tar was bonding the shingles in the packages down. The cellophane would come off the backing and stick to the seal strip. I mean, they're just a shit shingle all around. And they want to do nothing about it. Their laminate part on their sawtooth pieces coming down would be a quarter inch too low, half-inch too low, half-inch too high, just everywhere. No consistency in their stuff. And one of the sales reps like, oh, we're taking care of it. We put all this money in the back end of their Joplin factory, and it's gonna be great. We had problems for another 2 years. I told my boss, I was like, dude, we gotta quit doing this shit. Oh, they're gonna change, they're gonna change. Sales reps like, oh, just we gotta get past the inventory. 2 years later, still having the issues. Don't use Tamco. I've got a couple of videos buried somewhere in old content of Tamco, where southern facing side, sun's beating down on it. Years later, you could just walk up to them and lift them with your finger. The seal strip is not aggressive at all by any means. It just does not bond. What's going on with yours, Brandon? Are they a coloring issue or what's going on? Not sticking down? What's the limited lifetime warranty foundation repair idea that he was talking about? Like something that consumers or customers, homeowners can buy outside of the roofing industry? You look at Dmitry Lipinski, um, Roofing Insights. He hates them. They keep trying to threaten him and going after him. I've never signed anything with him, and I never will for that reason. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a crap shingle. I mean, it's better than other ones. I'm not saying it's great by any means, but I think their issue is their customer service and their warranties are a joke. Losing them in the wind. Have you had a few cracking? Huh. What's the nail pattern like on them? Are those they're probably not the HDZs because those just came out, which I want to do a video on the HDZ with their mechanically fastened shingle. I think it's a joke. Marketing. Lifetime, it's another marketing scheme. Typically, you'll see a little asterisk, and you're like, what's that mean? Well, you got to read and find and dig further. There's so many exclusions and ways out of them. A lot of people don't know this, but if it's got a lifetime warranty shingle or a limited lifetime or any kind of warranty, even a standard out of the box manufacturer warranty, if you sell your home and you don't transfer the warranty to the new owner within so much time, it's an out for them. The Timberline HD. So was the roof on before you bought the place, Brandon? And then you guys bought it and the warranty didn't transfer, so you can't participate in the class action because of that? And my shingles on my roof are the HD, JFHD. They're not defective anyway as far as like the integrity of the shingles. They're still holding up pretty good. I think I did it in, when did I do the roof here? 2015. So coming up on 7 years come May. It's just a coloring issue. It's like several bundles within the same skid, the same lot. You could just see clearly going up, and they're like, "Oh, it just when they are stacked, the oil's leached into the granules. Give them some time. The sun and the weather will wash it out." But they don't listen to me. It's not that they're gonna wash out. It's that they were never there and they developed. Oh, you got 49 years kicking down the road. I mean, duration's pretty good. I like them. They're probably one of the better shingles that I like as far as with the nail zone. I mean, you can't miss their bandage style cloth on the top, and it holds up good. I hate cutting them as an installer, especially when it's cold. You get the knife up to that point and it's just doesn't cut very easy. The only downside with those, it's still an oxidized asphalt shingle, so they're not going to hold up as good as a polymer modified. Like the I think is it I want to say Northgate or what's duration OC's Northgate. Is it Northgate? Is their polymer modified? Malarkey's one I switched to a year or so ago when I could get them, and their entire line, their Highlander, Vista, all the way up, they're all polymer modified, so they hold up a lot better. Those things you can just kinkle them up and roll them up and unroll them, and the granules bond into them pretty good. They don't crack. I mean, they will, but not like an oxidized asphalt. So back to the question, yeah, duration's not bad. I like them. Oh, that's definitely not new here. Inspectors, yeah, I've had inspectors for people buying homes that have missed the fact that the roof was made, it was asbestos. They had no idea. A few of them just last fall. When it comes to some of the bigger systems with your home, an inspector may not be the one you want to trust. Well, going through insurance, I've seen some guys come out. You can kind of get lucky. I mean, independent adjusters will come out, so it's not an in-house adjuster. I've seen them approve things. I'm like, really? I had one that hit my lap the other day. It was a hail claim and wind damage. They weren't missing one shingle, nothing blown loose, maybe just a couple little pings, nothing crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna argue the fact. And the adjuster that came out's not an in-house, so I'm sure there's so many they need to approve based, maybe they're paid based on what they, I don't know, but if it's an act of God, what do you have to lose? Nail lines completely exposed, so they kind of raise them. I've seen people even admit to me they were trying to save shingles, so they would raise every row just a little bit. It's not intended to do that. Your nails are going to be showing. Your underlying headlap from the next shingle's not up quite far enough. I mean, in a whole roof section, you're probably going to save a bundle or two. It's not going to save you much, but it's just not good. It's not the way it was designed to be installed. Pepe, Pip, come here. Oh, Jeez. What is today, the 7th? Bitcoin down 11% 2 days ago. Is all this because of the Kazakhstan or Kazakh, whatever, where their hash rate dropped off because they shut their internet down? Uh, yeah, if you go to YouTube channel, let me bring it up here and show you. Here's oh damn, I'm missing their live stream. It's almost over. Yeah, nice. Mine's right next to it. Here's Crypto Jebb. Yeah, he's a good one to watch. I like watching their live stream every morning. Coffee and crypto. But anyway, if you go to my channel and then on the about page here, you can see there's a couple emails you can find here. Either one. I mean, there's not a lot that come to them. The sponsor one, I've had a few people, is more scammy, but you can send me some emails there. And I don't check them constantly, but just bear with me when I do check it. Hippie! Yeah, it was pretty good on calling those moves. Just, I don't know what today's going to bring here. Actually, let me check that email real quick because I haven't checked it in a while. I might have some stuff in there. I get more emails on the sponsor channel, people trying to pitch their service than like wanting to use me to promote them. It's just like, hey, buy my service. As soon as I smell that out in the email, I don't even continue reading. I have to go take my dogs out here in a minute. Got any questions? Put them in the comment section. That gives me something to at least talk about or go over, or give you my input, 2 cents. So what I'll do, I'm gonna probably shut this down here. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of my work done real quick. Get my lunch. Try to find some photos maybe, or see if I can't drum something up, some more roofing content, and can talk about it here. Show them up on this screen or something. I can email them over to them or put them on a thumb drive. Oh, I hate my internet. My internet is so miserable out here in the county. It keeps flashing a suggestion that my bandwidth is too low. I haven't done this in a while. Let's see what the speed is. That's pitiful. This is just miserable. Whoa, of you four viewers currently on here, if I could get a quick little feedback, do you guys, I don't know how new or old to the channel you are, but have you seen any of the shorts? I think I've only put two out. One about a Sewell vent pipe the other day, and then one about a gable end. People do wrong, typically little bitty short pieces. Do you like the shorts, the very short 15-second shorts that YouTube's switching to, or do you like the longer content or live content? Let me know. You guys, this is your opportunity to kind of help shape and guide the channel here, which way to go with it. Oh, yeah. The trend is your friend. Not liking the downward movement. My main brokerage, Binance US, I can't short on. I can only go long. So I just kind of sit these out. But that's definitely not looking good. I have the yellow line set as the 20. The red is the 50. The blue is the 100. And the green is the 200. This blue is going to start ticking down in between the red and the green. Wow. You can see it bumped it, broke a few, couldn't quite get, bounce off the 200. Just, it's being rejected pretty good. If you were in a trade here thinking you're going to catch it too early and jump up on here and ride it up, this is where you start getting really sick feeling in your gut. And the local bottom was clear down here at 202, 203, 207. All right, if we got to kind of hold this range here on Matic and see if Bitcoin's down. Come on, Bitcoin. Wow. We break below 39.8. From my knowledge, when you see a head and shoulder pattern like it's been panning out there, you got the left shoulder, you got the neckline, you got the head needs to be higher than the shoulder. You come down and you're setting the right shoulder up at that range. You need to validate your neckline. Actually, this would have been the neck here. And it did. It kind of poked down into this region here. You don't want to go any lower than your lowest, which would be right here. but you want your, it's kind of, I'm pretty wide resolution here. You want it to be within this range here. You don't want a candle body to close below this, but a wick can go into it. And if it can bounce out, then that could be good. But the head and shoulder pattern is typically reversal, and it looks like it's going to continue to go down. It's not what we want to see in Bitcoin. No, I'm not panicking. The roofer. Let me check your channel out. Can I click on your name here? I'm not panicking at all, but just the fact that I can't short on my main exchange, I want it to go up so I can ride it up and then sell it right away and take profit. It's a buyer's market, yeah. So don't get me wrong, I'm invested long term in some of these projects, but I also have a day trading account and intraday trading. My trades I like to get in, some scalping trades, minutes, the typical trades anywhere from 5 minutes to 5 hours or so for me. The roofer. Are you into crypto? I need to clean my chart up and get rid of some of these alerts I had set. I traded this quite a bit on I mean, really bad because you don't ever want to trade against the trend. And I was going long and these short little bursts up, boop, boop, boop. And then I didn't do anything. Then I did a couple right down in this range. Ethereum, nice. ETH itself or some of the tokens on Ethereum. Are you invested long term with Ethereum? Do you stake it, lend? Well, I guess not staking it. Well, I'd hope you. I don't know. Maybe you do. Are you locked in on the staking the ETH 2.0, or do you lend it out on like BlockFi, Celsius, or just straight up hold? Oh, you didn't miss the BTC train a long time ago. Yeah, I mean we all missed out really back when it was in its infancy. I remember when it started in 2009, 10. I remember when the dude bought it for traded what was it 10,000 BTC for a pizza. And then life happens and I lose track of it. It's still going to go up long term. They keep printing dollars like they're doing. Nice. I think the biggest thing with crypto is a lot of people get into crypto with the expectation they're going to make a lot of money really quick, and that's the worst thing to do. And they're putting the money into it that they can't afford to lose or to leave out there for a while. Are you talking about the one where it's in the I didn't know he was in the UK, but is that the one where he says it was on his hard drive and it got thrown out, and he's trying to get a bunch of contractors on board and petition the state or the regulatories or whoever to dig up the landfill? Landfill's thinking, hell no, it's my property now. Yeah, I feel bad for that guy. You guys want to have this live stream continue on just a little bit more? Give me a yes, and I'll stick to it a little bit. But I need to use the restroom real quick and let my dogs out. Otherwise, I'm thinking about shutting the stream down and coming back after lunch. Did you do good on Doge before Saturday Night Live aired back in May or was it May? May or June? It's still a little early for lunch. I mean, I don't mind leaving this run. I'll come right back if you guys want to watch. Otherwise, I'll shut it down for a bit. There's typically only 2 to 4 viewers at a time. Well, I mean, Musk also brought it up too, but then he came crashing it down. I think a lot of people were expecting him to talk more about it, and it was going to go flying up to the moon. But no, I called it. I knew some people that were. I was like, man, you better sell like Doge the holder or what's his name, Pro to Doge. Yeah. Oh, he'd be hating himself right now. He still thinks he's going to go back up to $1. Oh, I was going to look up and go the roofer channel here real quick. Well, I get a lot of best damn roofer videos. Um, the roofer. You're not Rick, are you? Rick the roofer? I think a big part of what people don't pay attention to, I mean, I think Doge could run again some more, but there's really not like any utility behind it. But if they take the market cap and how many coins are in existence, it's like, yeah, there. I don't even remember what the math was. It was, I don't know, just an ridiculously large trillion plus multi-trillion dollar market cap for Doge to get to $1. It's not going to happen. What state do you live in, or what country, I guess? 53 years, been riffing for 36. Ooh, and I thought I'd been doing it too long at 18, 17, 18 years. Industrial, commercial, and flat roofing. Those are the roofs I hate doing. I hate doing like EPDM. It's really the only roofing, flat roofing I have done or will do around here. But in the middle of summer, it's so hot. It's all hot. I hate it. Ontario. Oh, here up in the area, I think it's Showen Roofing. Chris Showen? Showen? I think it's Showen. My legs and knees are okay, but my back is almost shot. My brother's roofed 2 years less than me, and he's already had 2 back surgeries done. I haven't had any surgeries, but every now and then I'll feel like a nerve is pinched or something. It just brings me down. I'm out of the actual physical side of installing now since I started this company. Trying to get into my new day job. 'Be right back. I gotta go let my dogs out real quick. 5 minute chart, Matic going down. Are we gonna have a triple bottom maybe? Well, hell, we basically had a little triple bottom here. We're gonna have a quad bottom. Done a little bit of rural roofing type stuff, but I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I think they're most of them their warranties are only like 12 years and 15 if you do a 2 base coat. There's only one commercial roofing company in my area in Kokomo that does commercial type stuff. They strictly do TPO, that white stuff. I've never done that. Just EPDM. I think we're going to make it down here. And the question is, are we going to make it down to this support down here? Again, I'm no big technical analysis guy, but I'm trying to learn. And I know the 5 minute chart doesn't hold a whole lot of weight, but I don't know. The only thing it's missing is really an impulsive move up to the shoulder. Small neckline, big head, down to the neckline, back to the shoulder. I think we're going to go bearish the rest of the day. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go let my dogs out. I'll be right back. Stupid dog doesn't want to come in. She's barking at somebody going down the road. Never used TD Ameritrade. I mean, I've heard about them, never used it. I don't even know if you can do crypto on there. Oh wow, look at this nice big wick that went down. Damn. It actually went and broke support there. It passed that range a little. Wow. I mean, yeah, these bottoms here kind of busted a little bit. Just a wick though. It didn't close down there. I mean, these people buying right here, that's pretty damn ballsy if you ask me. I mean, if you see it wick down so far and you had an order, a limit order set down here and it got triggered and you think you're going to bounce it back up to the 20, and I don't know. You got to be quick with it. What is God's token? Let me look at that in Coin Market Cap here real quick. Yeah, that's a bit down, but I mean, when did you buy it? What time of the year I mean, it's very possible you could have bought it back in like September. Is it God's Unchained? Is that the name of it? It's on the Ethereum network. December 16th. December 16th. Oh, yeah, it was up there a little ways. Just looking at the coin market cal, it's been kind of just trading sideways in this whole year span. It's had some peaks, but all time. Ooh, it's lower than it's ever been. I don't know much about actually, I know nothing about it other than why I'm looking at it right now. What's that ranked? Down 9.5% in the last day. It's a pretty small market cap, 74 million. Usually it says it's ranking. I'm not seeing its rank. It must be down there a ways. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that one. I don't know anything about it. I'll be right back. My wife just texted me saying I need to go check out by the garage for a delivery real quick, and I'll get my dog in real fast. I'll be right back. Come on, inside. Here it comes, coming back. It's really pissing me off. I can't find out where that is in its ranking. I don't know why it's not showing everything. You still on here, Stanley? You pretty new to crypto? No, 494. Let me scroll through the numbers there. And there's so many coins out right now. Yeah, there's some lower altcoins that I've got into that are on the Cardano, building on the Cardano blockchain. Oh, like I'm drawing a blank here. One of them's in here right there. Let's see, what was it called? Cody. Cody's one of them. And then SunnySwap, Meld, things like that. Some of them haven't quite launched yet. Some are still in their test net, but those I think are going to do pretty good. Just going to take some time for them to pan out. But my main investments are in the top 10. Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And today doesn't look good for this. Definitely got some ground to make up here. Yeah, this whole region right here, really good for short-term trades. I don't like the looks of this. I'm gonna fire the mining back up here. Let me know if it starts interfering with the video quality or anything. Yeah, there is another YouTuber. He's not in the crypto markets. He actually has been around since way before the crypto markets. I'm going to look up here in my history real quick because I was just watching some of his. He's got really good content on trading patterns. I'm sorry, TTC Forex University. No, that's no his trading or his channel is the trading channel.
Out pretty well.
Yeah, his content's really good. Yep, the trading channel right here. This guy is right here. You got to check this channel out. He's got really good content you can learn from. Yeah, I think Polygon is going to come back. I mean, as I said earlier in this stream, somebody asked me why I'm so big into Polygon. I mean, it's a scalable solution or it's a scaling solution for Ethereum. Ethereum's known for just being late on everything. So I think 2.0 will come. It's just a matter of when. But the other reason why I like Polygon, there's a lot of trading volume. It's volatile at times. And more importantly, check this out. Let me bring up something here. Let me make sure there's nothing that I can't show you. This is a small account. Let's see here real quick. Try to find something here real fast. All right, so check this out. The see, this is not signed in because I don't want to have my all my personal stuff up here, but I mean, some of the rewards you can get here for lending your crypto over to them. Now, I will say right off the bat, they're not a bank. It's not FDIC insured and all that stuff. Uh, you are prone to them losing potentially because you don't hold them. You're giving up your keys, your tokens to them. I've got a bit out there and I've been pretty good with it. But Polygon Matic, let me see if I can find some of the rewards on here. I don't know if it says for which ones. Polygon's like 9.1 right now. Matic. You gotta give me a search. All right, here, search. Oh, no, that's not a search for coins. I know what it looks like on my interface, but I was just hoping to show you their rewards rates on some of their top cryptos. Oh, here we go. Yeah, right there, 9.1%. So, I mean, worst case, if I get into a bad trade, I just shift it over there, shift some over, let it earn interest. You know what? Here, screw it. I'll just show you. Same box is moving over to Poly. I didn't know that. Polygon and Ada at Cardano actually just had a partnership here recently too. All right, so I'm not going to show everything on this screen here, but I will try to just drop down a little bit here. So the Polygon right here, 9 point whatever, 1%. Where is the rewards on it? Here we go. I'm used to seeing it on my app. So notice these are weekly. I mean, $13. I have a very small amount lent over here into BTC and Ethereum. It's pretty small that I'm lending over on this platform. The Matic is a little bit bigger, but just the amount I'm getting weekly on some is $13, $13.68, $11. I mean, this is every week. Show me a bank that does that on just a Matic holding of 3,200 Matic or $6,700 in Matic sitting over here, earning that much every week. That's just insane. Unless you want to keep it over in a bank and bring in 0.01%, I think, is what banks are paying right now. So that's kind of why I like Polygon. If I ever get into a trade, it's like, this is not going the way I want. You could either limit your loss and have a stop loss set and just wipe it off, move on, or just shift it over there, let it earn. When it comes spiking back, then sell it. You got to have a strategy on what's your time horizon and what you want to do. Am I going to do any repairs today? No. It's way too cold out. Actually, they're lowering the high for the day now. When I started the live stream, it was 1 degree out. The wind chill was negative 19. Oh, let's go back to Matic real quick. Let's look at this here for a bit. Zoom out here. Now, if you just look back from before the bull market really got going for Matic, early this year, January, February, you can see the moving averages just kind of split apart here. It shoots up, then you're riding it back down. You get a bounce off the 200. Same thing, bounce off the 200. I think we still have some downside to go. God, I really don't want to see it go down to $1.50, but if it does, I bought some more. I mean, I've since sold it and taken some profit. I bought it at $1.05. I think it was back here in this range. $1.04, $1.05 is where I bought it. And I wrote it up to like a $1.70, $1.80 range. I think I sold it somewhere in this region here. And then I really started aggressively trading over the past week or two. So downside a bit more to the 100, 200, I bet. And we're putting in some nasty red candles. I think this is going to come down. But when we do, there's some good room for some upside. Yeah. Uh, Tax returns, if they want to print some more money, pass it out to the general population, devalues what you already have, but that's what we saw a lot of in 2020, early 2021. And I'm definitely long-term investing with crypto. But I have fun magnifying my gains short term. It just really sucks. It's not a good day to trade right now. It's so cold and I don't want to go out to work. Where'd you say you were from, Stanley? Did I ask you that already? Somebody was in northern Indiana. We had some flurries out here. No real snow accumulation yet. All this global warming, we can't get snow. We just get 0 degree weather. Wow. 6 seconds to go. If we close this candle below that range, oh boy. Although, what did I draw here? We're in this little downward sloping. Oh, in Maine. Oof, yeah. But it is pretty cold out there. It's been a while since I've been through Maine. Stopped up somewhere in Maine. Can't think of where it was. Actually, maybe it was just west of Maine. It was the view of the land of the 100 Mile View, I think. It was some mountain we went to go see. You could actually see the sunrise before the East Coast saw the sunrise. It was kind of cool. God, that was years ago in 2000. Man, it was 22 years ago. Since 10:30 this morning, we've gone down 3% Matic in 40 minutes. Oh, Stanley, I think you might be the only one in here right now. Are you just invest long term or do you do any kind of trading? Random? How long have you been trading for randomly? Weeks, months, years? What's your thoughts of this right here? Just catching a real quick 5 minute bounce up. Risky. I don't know that I want to do it in a big trade, but I kind of have this little plotted downward channel here. Years. What's your thoughts? Am I right? I mean, my gut's saying it's risky. Don't do it. We're well below all this, but I think I get a quick little pump up. I doubt it'll go that high. I think we'll go up a little bit. I think we're gonna put a couple more red bars in. I don't know. Are you familiar with KuCoin? I don't even know. Can I short on KuCoin? What's your butt there? Let me hear it. Some of my quickest trades have been 5 to 20 minutes, and I've made like $800 to $1,200. They're really cool. They feel nice. But this has been an aggressive downtrend here. Of course, when I did those trends, we were in a slight uptrend. It was back in like October, I think it was. One of them I was watching, I think it was Harmony, O&E, crypto, smart contract. Uh, my little girl had a field trip that day, so we got home from the field trip. We were getting her lunch ready. I was watching the charts. I know my wife was just like rolling her eyes back because I was, iPad computers up everywhere, and I saw it, and I was like, all right. It was in an uptrend, but I dipped in real quick within 20 minutes. It was a nice little profit. Man, I don't know. I don't feel good about it. You zoom out on a little bit of a larger time frame here, like a 1 hour. See if there any kind of. Let me see something here. Just trying to see if there's any kind of bullish RSI divergence or anything. And again, I'm still pretty damn new to this. No, I don't know much about helium. I'm pretty sure that's the one that Voscoin talks about in his little helium miners. I don't know much anything about it. I'm wanting to say, from what I've heard of, it's some sort of Wi-Fi type of thing that mines helium. See, look at that. I don't know. I mean, on a trade like that, when you are kind of sure it's in this downward channel, we'll see if it hits up here somewhere and then bounces back down again. Is that yeah to the helium miners? Do a quick search for it. I think it's the one that Voscoin talks about.
So cool, so profitable, but there's a lot of things I wish I knew before I got into helium mining, or just some simple information that would be great for you to know if you're new, or hopefully I have some fun facts that you may know. PNA hotspot miner. We don't recommend buying the Rack V2 miner by CowChip. Okay, so those guys are all incredibly behind schedule. Bobcat is a manufacturing powerhouse, and that is why they have now deployed more helium hotspot miners on the network than anyone else, and we're one of the later manufacturers to actually start. So I'm gonna leave that at that. The other thing is, how much money will I make mining?
Okay, cool. I didn't know if I could do that or not. Yeah, I thought about picking one up months back because I had a bit of extra money, wasn't sure what to do with. Oh, yes, I did miss the trade, but my gut's telling me not to because it's just too risky. I feel like I could get a phone call or need to go tend to a dog and it just come crashing right back down. But again, I mean, that would have been a pretty good move for 10 minutes. I mean, I was talking about it right here. So 10-minute move, currently up 4 cents. Let me pull up my calculator here real quick. 206 roughly. 16,000 coins I would have bought. Yeah. That would have been $961. I would have cleared, well, not cleared. I would have had to have paid my fees. I don't know. Maybe I'll try a little trade here in a bit. If it does find some resistance here and bounce back down, maybe I'll try to get another quick one up. I'm unsure what it's going to do. 2 days ago, we wicked way the hell down here. Just watch it play out for a little bit, see what it does. It's a little louder than me. I wonder, I think there was a setting when I set up the live stream software for certain things to pass through, so you may not be hearing it come out and into the mic. I think it's just going through. I don't do many live streams here like this. Which brokers I use? Primarily Binance US for my day trading. Traditional markets, I use Webull, and I also have Coinbase, which I haven't used in over a year. They're too pricey, and KuCoin just a little bit for some DeFi stuff. I had a trading bot going on KuCoin for a while. I tried out their lending crypto, and there we go. This is one of those times you're like, man, I should have done it. Gemini's high. I tried to get one of my retirement accounts set up with Gemini, and man, it just like 8 months later, I gave up. Give it another 5, 10 minutes. It would have been a 7 cent move if it finds resistance there. That RSI is just spiking. I was looking at my trading fees on Binance. I think I don't know, some people might think it's a lot, some people might think it's a little bit. And it all depends on people's frequency of trading and what the size of their account is. But I did $360,000 in trading volume in the past 7 days. And I'm still in their tier one because I don't hold any BNB coin. But my fees are 0.075, so 0.75% for takers and makers. Question is it going to reject off of here, or is it going to continue up? You know, as quick as these big green candles are coming in, I've seen them do just the opposite like it did right here. God, that would have been a bad one. I was watching this bounce around last night. I went to bed and I woke up and I was like, holy hell. I woke up on the couch somewhere up here midnight time. That would have been an ouch to wake up in. And it still never even has cleared that range yet. Yeah, Binance US for here in the States. Pretty sure in the description to the stream here, I have some of the links if you guys have any desire to check those out. Two free stocks in Webull, BlockFi, Celsius. I don't have my Binance link in there. Yeah, that's the kind of what I've been kind of tracking is this little line of resistance. I mean, I may not be drawing it perfect either. I personally think it's going to continue bouncing off this and go down. I think it's going to be still a very bearish day. We've already closed below this little bitty zone here where the double bottom was. I mean, we're clearly below everything recently other than this 2 days ago. And then, yeah, there's nothing. Until back here December 20th. Right where the VPVR is. Looks like there is some resistance just below the line if you follow the supply. Where it was just on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I think we're gonna bounce around in this range a little bit here. And turn on the moving averages real quick. There's two moving averages I like. I don't like putting up individually the 20, 50, 100. I like using this 4MA, and then the other one I like is the FG4s, I believe it was. FG's 4 moving average. I like those because it's one indicator, but you get 4 bits of information out of them. I have the Pro Plus plan, I believe, the mid tier. Yeah, so if you, I mean, again, I'm really new to this, but I try to study an hour to 4 hours every night. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in over a year. An occasional show with my wife, but I just study. So the VPVR is the visual price range. There's different ways you can set it up, but I usually use 100, 200, uh, uh, changing the setup for the 100, 200 gives you a little finer resolution, but basically whatever you pan and scroll in the view is going to take into account the trading volume. And it puts a line of where it says the resistance or support should be. And I mean, of course, it can change based on what you're looking at. It doesn't have to be in the view from top to bottom, but left to right. So I like leaving that up on the screen quite a bit. And if you look at it, that red line it's placing is kind of in that channel where I'm seeing all this resistance right here. one of my somewhat recent videos I did back a couple weeks ago talking about, and Scott, if you watch this later, I don't think you're on right now. Oh, I can't remember the term. Basically, idiots don't learn, or idiots make mistakes. Smart people learn from the mistakes, and wise people learn from others' mistakes. Uh, I'll be the first to tell you I don't know everything, and I'm always willing to learn. Huh. Pinnacle, like the shingle pinnacle. See, I think we've gotten pretty close to this trend line, this downward channel we're in. I think it's going to continue to come back down. I think it's going to break right through this zone here we set earlier by the double bottom. I think it's going to continue this downward channel to this, possibly bounce up for another quick rise up. The 20, 50, 100, 200, they're all expanding in a bearish manner. I'm just seeing it being a bloody day. Okay. I thought it was like the Pinnacle. There's a shingle manufacturer, I believe, or something. Some YouTube algorithm popped up this famous trading guy up in the London area. Goldman Sachs, I think, maybe. I don't know. But I found it very interesting. Documentaries, 45 minutes long each, talking about how they, in the early 80s with the big crash and going up through 2000 and the tech bubbles and how they had invested and made a ton of money, these hedge fund companies and traders. Kind of learn what they have to say. Little bits of information I'm pulling out of all these people and putting it to use. And the course I took and the people I follow and learn from has saved me countless bad trades. It was the Crypto Jebb's course was one of them I took recently just because I really like his channel and content. And he had a course called CT2A, I believe. Here, let me bring it up on another window just to make sure I'm getting you the right name. CT2A, yeah. He has a lot of free content out there on YouTube. They do streams every day. Crypto Technical Analysis Academy. It's like I think 15 hours of some of the basics. I tell you what, trying to learn TradingView on my own is taking a long time. But then I watch one of his videos on TradingView, and you can pull out some really good information in just some really short time in his videos to the point. So I think it was like $399 I paid for it. It was totally well worth it, being a newbie, and then just trying to constantly add to my arsenal of information and knowledge. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there, but I don't feel like he's a guru by any means. He's this. I mean, watch some of his free content, Crypto and Coffee or Coffee and Crypto live streams at 9:30 every morning, weekday, and just see what they go through. And then, of course, there was the other one I was talking about earlier. Uh, let's see what his was. The trading channel. The trading channel. Yeah, that's the other one. He has some really good like content on chart patterns. That's just like a thumbnail. Actually, it's not even a thumbnail. It's part of the video.
Out pretty well if you took a either 2-to-1 or a 1.4-to-1. But if you would have tried for those extended targets, it looks like you would have been stopped out in that
Learned
case.
a lot from this guy.
But again, that's an example of the full strategy. At this point, we have conditions with the conditions for our pattern and our condition of being overbought.
So he's one. His videos are typically a little longer. 30, 40-minute videos usually. Like this one here I was watching is an hour. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there. Not quite sure what happened on that. Was the video good? If I could get a quick yeah in the chat. All my monitors just went blank for a minute. Oh, Mark, back in the day it was Canadian Mist. Video's good? Okay, I don't know what happened. I know I'm putting my GPU through a lot right now, doing live stream and mining. I know my mining mega hash went down from like 35 to it's reporting 29 right now. A link to here. Actually, you know what? Let me try to edit my description here real quick with a couple of these. I'll do that right now. The trading channel, I believe there's a share somewhere. I don't use the desktop that much. I'm subscribed. Where the hell is share? So let me just go back to one of his videos.
On the RSI. We also have our...
And I think there's a share button here. Share, yeah. Copy. I'm going to see if I can throw some of these down in the description real quick. I just saved the trading channel URL to that video I was watching. Then once you bring that up, if you want, you can click the subscribe. Mark, you can't be talking about that on here. I'm a roofer. You're gonna paint a bad picture of me.
entry
Let me go over to Crypto Jebb's channel. I'll add him in the. Oh, here's Crypto Capital
Crypto
Venture.
falling, Bitcoin test.
Share. Copy. Edit. Paste. I'm going ahead and adding some of the channels I follow in the description down below if you guys want to check them out. Oh, Andre Jake. Coin Bureau. His is really good. They're all longer videos. Altcoin Daily. I talked about them.
Hey,
earlier.
welcome
I'll
back
link on
everybody to Altcoin.
Let me find Crypto Jebb. I'll just do a quick search for him.
Right now, right now.
I'm trying to find one of his videos here that was not too long. Like their coffee and cryptos are usually an hour, but he'll do little snippets from his videos. Here's a 4-minute Cardano one that was only a month. Actually, let me see if there's a newer one. And I'm just going to pick one of Crypto Jebb's random videos.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more.
Here I got Crypto Jebb, Altcoin Daily, the trading channel, Crypto Capital Venture, save. Go check them out in the description down below. Yeah, Mark, the last 30 days I have really only been trading Cardano. I'm sorry, not Cardano, Matic. It's just been a good, pretty well-known crypto, been pretty volatile, been doing some really good trades with it, and I can lend it at a pretty good high interest as well. So long-term investing with that one as well. It's got some good partnerships with Cardano. Of course, it's a layer 2 scaling for Ethereum. Stanley, can you see the links in there okay? Did they update and save all right for you? All right, so we've had a, what, 10, 20, 20 minutes over here. Let's just check the charts again real quick. Matic is approaching what, at least what I plotted, at the top of a resistance of a downward channel. So it's either going to, in my opinion, hit and come back down, or we could kind of slowly trend up and break out of this, but just looking at what kind of resistance we're going to be fighting here. Got quite a bit of local resistance here to push through, which I really don't know. Again, I'm still pretty new to this. Typically, you want to see an upward move into a shoulder, not a downward move. So this is kind of a mutilated shoulder here, but there's definitely a bit of a neckline, head, neck, typically going to indicate bearish. There's nothing else down here. And looking at Bitcoin, very similar picture here on the 5-minute chart. Jump out to the hour. It's just been downward. Go into the day, there's definitely a bigger picture of this nasty looking head and shoulders forming. I mean, it is nasty. Is this whole thing a rounded head here? We're going to be putting in the neckline here and then the shoulder. Yeah, I can say at least you think it's going to keep climbing. My day trading account's pretty much sold. I'm sitting sideline right now, waiting for the trend to change. So it does feel good. One of my brother-in-laws, he was telling me he bought some Matic at a higher range and just keeps bleeding for him. So I hope it does change here soon so I can get back in and start going long. But when you're seeing a downward pattern like that, sitting sideline feels good. It doesn't feel good to know you're up here and riding this down. Yeah, see, I think we're going to be putting in the neck. All these are looking the same. Yeah, safer. Better to be out of a trade wishing you're in than in a trade wishing you're out. Believe me, I've been in those and they suck. And because of this whole infrastructure bill, they buried in the policies and crap. No longer, well, I don't know, maybe it's not passed yet, but they're trying to get away from the tax loss harvesting, the wash sale rule in crypto. So I'm pretty sure in 2022 they're doing away with that. If it passes, you can't just sell it and buy back in and write that off. You can't buy it for 30 days if you want to write it off. So they're getting into making it more regulated. I don't know. I don't see it turning around yet. It's my opinion, it's going to break back down. If it doesn't bounce off of the 20 and try to make a move up here soon, I think it's going to continue to follow this channel down. And that's personally what my opinion is of it. What did they say? The trend is your friend until it ends. Looking at my handy dandy little 4 charts here: 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour. Trending down, trending down, trending down, trending down. And look at these, they're expanding in a bearish manner. Looking at multiple time frames has definitely helped. I learned that somewhat recently too from the trading channel. If you're going to trade the 5 minute, he likes to look up several different time frames before entering a trade to see if the pattern is looking good for that shorter term trade. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can get over that 200. Trixie, stop. Well, I think I might end this one here. I know I've said that several times. I'm gonna get ready to get my lunch. I have to get 2 of these estimates done real quick. I can't stay focused while watching these charts. I think I'm just gonna set a couple of alerts where if it either breaks down below, it'll notify me. If it goes up past a certain range, it'll notify me so I don't need to watch them. Then I can give 100% of my attention to the estimates. So the double bottom, little impulsive move this morning, and then just a bunch of undecidedness, setting a slower downtrend. I don't know if I can set an alert on a box like this. Let's try. Nope. Let's just set a little ray right here. Notifying app, crossing ray. There, if it comes down and hits this, it'll notify my phone. If you're a trader and you're not using alerts, man, you're missing out. And then I think probably let's say about here, it'll kind of notify me to start looking if we push through some of this. There we go. Not played with that off a moving average. I would like to specify if it crosses the 200 right here. Anyway, I got a couple alerts set. I got to get busy here. And then if it does warm up a little bit more, I might hit the road to go look at a roof. Ultimately, I'd like to try to get into a trade later if this trend switches. Appreciate y'all watching, chiming in, commenting, thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see. If you like the live vlog style, market watch, ripping Q&A, let me know. Hope you guys all have a good day. Here comes the red bar back down. And if we can find that resistance come down and bounce again, maybe I'll try to go a short, quick scalp trade right here. We'll see. Where's my little drawing tool? Something like that, maybe. It's about 13:15, 2:15, next couple hours maybe. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, be safe. We'll see you then.